Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, I'm gun.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. On 1st down, Lawrence to the right side into the hands of Flowers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49.
13, Luke. Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Wilson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Drake London, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
You look at this Cowboy defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now Lawrence now going to move him around. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Think right.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now they'll audible to something else. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they'll run with Etienne. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
There he goes, left side. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Go, go, let's go. Silver.
Lawrence will try again after the pick 6. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dawson Knox, 29 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November, but they will be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Good job right there.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
17 yards. 1st down, Cowboys.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Great job. It's now 3rd and 10.
Hey, I'm gun. 13, Luke. Hey, kill.
Now Lawrence. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Running out of the gun with ETN. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence changing the play.
Go. 30 left.
Here's Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. In motion left, Hardman.
11, add it. Think right, open. 11. Think right.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Cowboys force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson. Running right through him. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And London, the motion man right.
Tempo, tempo.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pacheco. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Take Bigsby with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys.
Both these teams
out
making their
top.
final
As we
halftime
get you down the
adjustments.
coast to
We're just about
Orlando
ready
for
to get
Jonathan
back to
Coachman
football.
at REA
So for the
Sports
call of the
Halftime
second half,
Report.
we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Wilson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, 28 yards. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Knox. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's got Bellinger. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now it's Wilson. This pass is caught by London. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Screaming.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Toss right side to Pacheco. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Cowboys 35, Eagles 7. Brett Maher to kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Hey, Lion!
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Flush to his right. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
13, Luke.
And to throw again is Lawrence. Completes it to Hardman. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On red. Hey, kill.
Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. Once more, ETN. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do.
11.
Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 5. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do.
Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, Lawrence. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw. That ball caught. It's chosen. A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is...
What's the excuse, little bro?
That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two.
Oh, okay. You feel us hurt. You want to put money on it now. Okay.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They're on the 32-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Alert, alert, alert. Left hand, left hand. Cut.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He will find his man Chase complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they're going to speed things up here.
Block that, block that.
First down, Dallas.
Gun.
On first down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Look for signals. Check.
Wilson. Open man is chosen. He's got him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Wilson wants to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
To kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. He's on his way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
64, Eagles 13. To kick off for Dallas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Now he's free at the 35. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Brett Maher to kick off for Dallas.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Dallas, they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will head.
Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, been a long way, real.